You go out, you do the right thing and hire a lawyer. You feel used, abused, victimized again. You've trusted them with your future, your finances, your kids, your freedom, and yet that trust gets betrayed. How do you know if your lawyer is the one that's the narcissist? In this video, we're going to explore the red flags that reveal when your lawyer is actually the narcissist and what the devastating consequences are for you, for your case, your money, your business, your family, your peace of mind. This is going to be really important for you to watch all the way till the end because I'm going to give you everything that you need to protect yourself from this situation. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and welcome to my channel. Before we go any further, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm the leverage lawyer. I've written Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And I'm here giving you tips and strategies and real resources so that you can get real results every single day and protect your power. So as the author Samuel Johnson once said, justice is the end. It's not the end of society, right? It's the end of a certain situation in your life, but it's not the end of everything. So when your lawyer is a narcissist, justice isn't their goal. I know it seems like it is, but control is their goal because you're dealing with a narcissist. Supply is their goal. And if you're not careful, their behavior will actually make things worse. I've seen this happen so many times where I've been on cases and I look at people on the other side and I think, oh my God, like now they hired that lawyer. That lawyer is definitely going to make things worse for them. And many people hire a lawyer expecting advocacy, guidance, protection. But if your lawyer is a narcissist, what you end up with is self-interest, manipulation, and betrayal. You feel victimized again, especially if you're dealing with a narcissist at home or in the workplace and you've hired this lawyer to protect you from that person. And the danger isn't just that they're going to mishandle your case, which they probably will do that too. It's that they're going to manipulate you, manipulate the system, and potentially even put you at risk, which makes you even more vulnerable. At the end of the day, financially drained because they're going to send you a bill for this privilege. So let's break this down into three parts. It's the red flags in a narcissistic lawyer. It's how devastating the consequences can be that you face and what to do to protect yourself once you realize that you've hired one, all right? Or even to protect yourself from hiring one. So what are the red flags? Excessive ego. They're not listening to you. You feel like you're not being heard. They're arrogant. They're dominating the conversation. They're poo-pooing you and dismissing your concerns. They're marginalizing your opinion. They're making decisions without you. They're making it clear that it's their show, their case, their way or the highway. Even if it's not what you want, even if it's not in your best interest. There's also a lack of transparency. They're just doing things and you have no idea what's going on. You constantly feel confused. They don't let you in on their strategies, their tactics, or their billing, or their next steps. They just send you a bill and you think, what did you do? I don't even know. Why are we here? You constantly feel like you're in the dark, and they like it like that. Quite frankly, they gaslight you. They gaslight their own clients. You raise a concern and they say, oh, you don't even understand how this works. You don't know what you're doing. You're overreacting. Unrealized promises or unrealistic promises. They call and text at hours that is whenever it works for them, not for you. And they prioritize their timeline over yours because they think they're better than you. Dismissing your concerns. When you have concerns, they just dismiss them and they brush it off because they just want to do what they want to do. If you've ever felt like this and you feel like trust is so important in dealing with a lawyer, I want you to put the word trust in the comments below right now. What are the consequences of this? The consequences of this are obviously financial drain. You're racking up bills, endless billable hours, unnecessary motions, delays. It costs you thousands, literally thousands. Case sabotage. They're more concerned with their own ego and how they look rather than actually getting you real results in your case, and then you're not getting the results that you want. Loss of your voice. You feel silenced. You feel marginalized, dismissed, not being taken seriously, which is not what you want from your lawyer. Your lawyer needs to be the person that you trust, that's an extension of you, somebody that you feel like is on your side. And so you start not just doubting them, but there's an erosion of trust in the entire judicial process then. And the collateral damage is on you, your business, your money, your family, your mental health. All of that takes a toll. All of it takes a hit. This person who was meant to protect you is actually manipulating and exploiting you. And the scariest part is oftentimes by the time you realize it, you feel like it's too late, like they've already cost you so much. And so how do you protect yourself if you suspect that your lawyer is a narcissist? First of all, start trusting your gut, because if it feels off, it probably is. If something is wrong, just call it out. Don't dismiss your instincts. Don't assume that because they know the law, that they know your life. Lawyers know the law, they don't know your life. That's why you need to lead your situation. Document everything. Keep copies of emails, billing statements, court filings, and notes from conversations, and ask for clarity in writing. Every conversation you have with them, if they're not following up with a confirmatory writing, then you need to follow up with a confirmatory writing. Ask for a second opinion. Sometimes you can go to another lawyer and just ask them to review your case and your strategy and see what they say, see if they agree with what your lawyer is doing, or find out if they're going to, respond differently. You can ask them questions when you're interviewing, such as how many high conflict cases have you had? Do you understand narcissism? Will you be on my side? How are you going to be communicating with me? What can I expect as far as communication? And then fire them if necessary. You are the client. You have the right to change counsel, and don't feel bad about it. Every moment in a case is important. And if you hold and you wait, then you lose ground, because especially if you're dealing with a narcissist on the other side too, and you're dealing with two now, you're really losing ground in this situation. And oftentimes the stakes are really, really high. So you don't have time to waste. If you want more help and documentation, get my free Doc the Narc cheat sheet at docthenarc.com. It'll give you a lot that you can start with on how to document the right way. And also join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung, which will help you get the support from other people that you need who are going through exactly what you're going through. Really know that self-care is really, really important throughout this whole process. Yoga, breathing, being with people who you know you can trust and they will support you. This is a highly stressful situation, and it can be a very, very traumatizing experience. And if you've been dealing with this, take the lesson that you're learning and don't take it to the next lawyer that you have. Just understand that it's probably a one-off. It's probably not every lawyer, but have it be a lesson learned, and always approach every situation with your eyes wide open. And understanding these narcissistic dynamics will help you. And once you've seen it, you're not going to be able to unsee it. So you will be stronger and you will be smarter the next go around, just like in any narcissistic relationship. All right. So there are two types of people who hire narcissistic lawyers. There's those who stay silent and hope it gets better and end up losing time, money, energy, and ultimately peace and your life. And there are those who spot the red flags, understand them, and then take action to protect themselves. So which one are you going to be in this situation? You don't protect yourself by trusting blindly. You protect yourself by demanding accountability, even from your own lawyer. And if this video opened your eyes, I want you to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up right now and share it with someone who needs it. And make sure that you're subscribed and you have hit that bell so that you never miss a single tip, trick, strategy, or resource that I'm giving you every single day. If you've ever built anything from scratch, whether it's a business, a brand, or a podcast, you know there's nothing small about it. The decisions, the hustle, the grind, the pressure, it's so all-consuming. And that's why I was so grateful to find Shopify when I set up my own store, shop.rebeccazung.com. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide and handles 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from giants like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just starting out. It simplifies everything: inventory, payments, analytics, marketing, all in one place, and their built-in tools make it so easy to run email and social campaigns that keep customers coming back. If you're selling globally, Shopify can help you do that too in over 150 countries. If you're selling in person, their award-winning point of sale brings your online and retail worlds together. And with 99.9% uptime and the best converting checkout on the planet, you'll never miss a sale. Get all the big stuff for your small business right with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial and start selling at shopify.com/negotiate. That's shopify.com/negotiate. And the next video that I want you to watch is your narcissist escalating? The legal dangers you can't ignore. Is your narcissist escalating? The legal dangers you can't ignore, because spotting a narcissistic lawyer is one thing, but knowing what escalation looks like in a legal sense is the next level. All right. So I'm Rebecca Zung. Remember that you can do this. And remember that even if a person has a law license and their power seems untouchable, you have choices and you still have leverage. All right. You can always negotiate your best life.